Hey guys, it's Tyler here from Healthy Connections. Just here today to take you through a bit of a mobility workout. So nice low impact today, which is going to be very beneficial for your bones, joints and muscles to open up a little bit after probably quite a bit of sitting and sedentary behaviour at home at the current time. So we're going to start on our back. All that we're going to do is reaching up above our head as tall as long as we can, reaching out, taking a big breath in, breathing out as we bring our hands around. Again, breathing in and out as we come down. So we're breathing in through our nose as we come up, reaching out as far as possible, and then we breathe out through the mouth. We're just going to go for 5 of these. Alright, the next movement we're doing, guys, are knee rocks. So we've got our feet together, our knees together, our knees are bent with our feet on the ground. We're pushing our shoulders into the ground. We're keeping them there as we slowly rock our knees side to side, just for 20 seconds. So I'm not separating my knees. I'm moving nice and slowly with no jerky movements. The next movement that we're going to be doing, we'll be lying on our side with our top leg over the top of our bottom leg on the ground in front of us. We're going to be reaching out in front like so. Our bottom hand stays on the ground and our top hand is going to open up like a book as we follow it around with our eyes and our head, and then we come back nice and slowly. Good, just 20 seconds on this side as well. And if you notice as I do this movement, my leg here isn't leaving the ground at all. Alright, so we're on to the other side now, guys. So just turning over where you are, and we're going through the same movement on this side. Nice fluid movements for 20 seconds. We're shifting onto our back now, guys. So lying again with our knees bent. We're in this position with our back on the ground, and what we're thinking about is our pelvic movement. So our pelvic bones are just around our hips here. What we're thinking about is making a nice big gap underneath our back here, our lower back, a gap as big as we can make it, and then we're thinking about really flattening that gap. So what is moving there is our pelvic bone to create and eliminate that gap. My tailbone is staying pushed into the ground, it's not leaving. I'm just going through some pelvic tilts. So from this position on our back now, guys, we're going to be taking one of our legs, bending that knee over and putting that ankle on our other thigh. From that position, I want you to think about pushing that knee down actively towards your other foot. And we're just going to lift that leg off the ground. Grabbing behind our hamstring with our hands and just gently pulling on that leg. And we're going to do the same on the other side as well. Our next mobility movement is going to be from a knee position. We're going to sit ourselves back onto our heels like so, and then I'm just going to walk my hands forward as far as they'll go forwards. Pop my head down as I'm still sitting back into my heels, and I'm going to hold that stretched position there. I'm actually pulling a little bit towards my body with my palms along the ground, and just nice steady breathing. All right, we're staying in this position for our next exercise. What I want us to do, in a 4-point kneeling position with my wrists directly underneath my shoulders and my knees directly underneath my hips. We're going to go through our pelvic rocks that we did on our back, but this movement's just a little bit more advanced as we're doing it without the help of the ground, and we're loading a little bit more of our body. At the moment, don't worry about what your head's doing. We're just going through those pelvic movements. Again, nice, slow and controlled breathing, and we'll just do this movement for 20 seconds. All right, I'm going to give you a chance to stretch your wrists out now after supporting your body. So we're just going to sit on our knees. We're going for some wrist circles. Both directions. On the ground again is going to be a hip flexor stretch. So for this movement, we're putting one foot out in front just for keeping that back leg relaxed. I want you to think about keeping your hips straight, facing forwards as we shift our whole body forwards. Not simply leaning forward like this. Our body is moving as one, and we're feeling it stretch right up in the hip flexors at the front of our thigh there. Holding that position for 20 seconds, and again, just nice, slow, consistent breathing, just pushing to the point of slight discomfort. And we'll switch sides. All right, the next movement that we're going to do, guys, is going to be on a chair of any sort. Just make sure you don't have arms in the way that will impede these movements. All that we're doing is putting both feet on the ground about shoulder width apart, hands over our shoulders like so, and we're just going to be taking this shoulder down towards the ground. Following that movement with our head, and coming back up. We're going straight to the other side. And repeating. The next movement that we're going through is for the neck. So all that we're going to start with is a nice tall posture, both feet flat on the floor. We're going to pop our hands on either side of our shoulders, and we're just going around nice and slowly with some neck circles. So we're going 20 seconds in our first direction. And then we'll reverse that direction. So again, just nice and slow, not making ourselves dizzy. So we're keeping our hands in this position for the next movement, but we're simply taking one ear down towards the shoulder on the same side, and then we'll come back to the center. Alternating nice and slowly, just relax the shoulders, not pulling them up to the ears like so. Alright, standing up now. We're taking our feet to a wider stance than usual. All that we're going to be doing is rocking our body to one side over this leg, keeping the weight through my heel and straightening our other leg as we feel the stretch up in our adductors in a thigh there. We're just going to hold that for 10 seconds on that side, and then we're going to switch it over. Switching over again. And back to our second. So our last mobility exercise today is going to be our curl down towards the ground. So standing, both feet together. All I want us to do is start at the very top of our spine, and we're going to bend very, very slowly down further and further as we work our way down our spine.
Reaching down towards our feet, just holding this end position, and then we're going to work our way up from the bottom of our spine back to a standing position.
Take a nice deep breath, back down we go. Starting with the head, the neck, slump the shoulders. Alright, well that's all we've got time for today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. That was a fundamentals of mobility session, and keep up to date with the rest of the videos we'll be uploading. There'll be a whole lot of different modes of exercise, different levels of intensity and progressions. So keep an eye on the webpage and our Facebook pages for those updates. Thanks, guys.